Hello guys, welcome to the Review Discover channel. In this video, I will share with you the top 3 travel apps that you can use when you're visiting Southeast Asia. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Southeast Asia is the collection of countries between Pacific and Indian Ocean. Southeast Asia is really popular specifically with the backpackers because of its cheap prices, beautiful beaches and tasty foods. So in this video, I will share with you my top 3 apps that I used when I was visiting Southeast Asia. Number 1 on the list is Agoda. If you didn't book your accommodation yet, make sure you download Agoda app. I have been traveling lots of different destinations in Southeast Asia, and throughout my travels, I always compare the companies to see which one offers the best options and best prices. And from my experience, I can tell you, Agoda majority of the time offers the cheapest options, especially when it comes to cheaper priced accommodations for the backpackers like me, and the Agoda is definitely the best option. So if you didn't heard about this company before, or if you didn't use them, make sure you download the app and check out the prices. I'm sure you will find it cheaper than their competitors. This app is really easy to use. There are many real reviews and pictures of visitors which you can check before booking. If you use Agoda frequently, you will get gift cards time after time, which you can use as payment for your next accommodation. And same as all the other companies, there are really good deals in Agoda as well. Some of them might even reach up to 70% discount for good hotels. So definitely check Agoda app before booking any hotel. One last thing to mention about Agoda app is, as I said, I always use it when I'm traveling Southeast Asia, but it might be different because I use Agoda as a couple. So when I'm traveling, I like to have private room. I don't want to stay in hostels with my wife if it's not private room. That's why Agoda generally offers us the best price for us. But if you don't mind about this, I advise you to check out the hostel world as well. They might offer better pricing when it comes to hostel. Number 2 on the list is Google Maps. Although there are lots of different apps that you can use for the map services, I find Google Maps is the most convenient one. The main reason, you don't need to download anything extra on your phone, and Google Maps has lots of different features that majority of the people don't know about. One of the main features that I really like about Google Maps is that you can download offline maps. So when you are in a hotel or anywhere that you have a Wi-Fi, you can simply download the offline version of the city's map, and then you don't need internet connection anymore. From there on, you can use the Google Map everywhere you like without internet connection. Google Maps is super accurate and efficient, especially in the big cities in Southeast Asia. One of the things that I really like about Google Maps is when I put a destination to travel, not only it does show me how to go there, how long it gets and different options, it also gives me the information if where I'm gonna reach, is it gonna be open, the opening hours and all this kind of information as well. Throughout all my travels in Southeast Asia, I always use Google Maps. I just download the offline map and then I can go anywhere driving a scooter. Just keep in mind, outside the big cities, it might not be as accurate. Sometimes I end up in muddy places, wrong places, but 90% of the time, it will take you where you need to be. Number 3 on the list is XE currency app. When you are traveling to Southeast Asia, you are most likely to need a different currency than what you're using back home. Throughout the day, as you're traveling around, it might be confusing to understand what the prices means in your currency. And also when you go to exchange your money, some of these exchange offices, they try to cheat on travelers. So they give really horrible exchange rates. So it is really good to know what is the correct exchange rate. And then from there on, you can compare if it's horribly wrong rates or you can change it. When you're making a shopping, sometimes seeing a different currency might make it sound cheaper than what it really is. But if you have XE currency on your phone, you can simply write the price down and it will show you your home country's amount, so you can exactly feel what you're paying for instead of getting confused with the currency difference. XE currency allows you to keep track of live rates of every currency, and it works offline as well. Remember to download the conversion rate of the currency that you are interested while you have Wi-Fi, and after that you will be good to go. Number 4 on the list is Grub Taxi. Grub is the Asian equivalent of Uber. It makes everything much more convenient. First of all, when you come into Southeast Asia, majority of the countries will not be able to communicate well in English, which makes it difficult to communicate with the taxi drivers. And on the other hand, some of the Southeast Asian countries are really touristic places which make taxi drivers to see gold when they see tourists because they like to charge extra. But when you're using Grub app, you can put your destination and you will straight away see exactly how much you're gonna pay. This amount will be fair amount, and also you will not need to negotiate, explain how to go there. There will be no cheating risk like taking it long road and all this kind of stuff. So it makes it much more convenient, much more safe, and much more cheaper option in most of the case. Just one thing to keep in mind, Grub is really efficient generally in the big cities. If you are visiting a small town or rural area, the Grub might not be available in that sections. At the time of recording this video, Grub is presenting itself in 8 different Southeast Asian countries. These are Singapore, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam. Number 5 on the list is Google Translate. Google Translate is an amazing app to download on your phone when you're traveling Asia. Some of the countries in Southeast Asia speaks good English, but some of them, the English level is really low. So when you come to these destinations, you will need to be able to communicate. Obviously in the big cities, it will be easier, but as you go to the rural areas or the small towns, the language barrier, the problem will be bigger. And in this kind of circumstances, Google Translator will be your savior. The way Google Translator works is you can just write down anything and then it will translate it to your language or the local language, depending on what you choose. Once that happens, you can simply show the text, or there is even a feature that you can just press the button and the phone will read the text to the local person or to you, where you can communicate that way. And you might say you will need internet for this, but you don't necessarily need internet. If you previously download the language that you are interested with when you are connected to the internet, then you will be able to use this language even when you are offline. And when you have internet, and if you see a sign but you don't understand what it says because it's a foreign language to you, you can hold the phone when you have internet and it will translate what the text on the sign says for you. And the number 6 on the list is Kiwi.com app. Kiwi.com is my favorite way of booking flights because I find majority of the time it offers me the cheapest options compared to its competitors. And the application itself is much more easy to use, and I like that they give guarantee as well. They search all the airlines, whether they are budget airlines or larger ones, and then they combine them for the cheapest route for you. Kiwi will look at all of the cheapest possibilities, even if it means putting you on 2 separate flights, where you might have to recheck your luggage, or it might send you to a random airport totally off the road. Obviously, this isn't ideal if you are looking for most convenient flight, but for backpackers like me, it's super because all I have is time and little bit of money. So I prefer to go longer flights for a much cheaper price than a shorter flight and more expensive flight. Keep in mind, I say I use Kiwi that way, but you don't have to. Obviously, you can say there, direct flight, and it will not give you all these options, or you can say one stop, and all these kind of options are available in the app as well. One of the things that I really like about Kiwi, that it has date range feature that allows you to choose a specific date range. A general date range, for example, October, November, or anytime future, if you just want to find the cheapest rate possible for the future time. As I said, I use Kiwi.com plenty of times, and due to that, sometimes I had to contact customer service due to some reasons, but I can tell you that customer service was really nice, they were really helpful, and they sort out the problem as quick as possible. And also, as we're doing lots of different stops to go to cheapest flight, one of the main things that I love about Kiwi, that it guarantees my flight. So let's say I go to one destination to catch the next flight. On the way, if first flight delayed and I miss the second flight, Kiwi guarantees me that I will reach my destination, they will arrange another flight for me, or they will give me my money back. There are some criteria like that that Kiwi lists for you, and in these circumstances, Kiwi guarantees your money back or to take you to your destination. As you're watching this video, I assume you are interested in Southeast Asia. My favorite countries in Southeast Asia are Thailand and Malaysia. That's why I will put my playlist here that you can check out. There are lots of interesting and entertaining videos for you to watch. So hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.